Hello and welcome, this is Skinner, and we're back with some more of the MegaCorp DLC playthrough of Stellaris, where I'm playing as Multi-Consumer Products, a corporate entity. Now, I did look at this in further detail, just to see precisely what being over administrative cap is going to do, and from what I understand, the more I'm over the cap, the worse this is going to get, but we can see it's going to affect our technology cost, which I think is a pretty big deal. We also have a leader cost going up. Leader upkeep as well, so that's one of the things that is affecting our energy credits right at the moment. And then campaign costs, which is edicts and stuff, and tradition adoption costs, which is another big deal because one of our ways out of it is through tradition. So if we look at expansion, for example, we go down, I think it's this one here, we get some administrative cap. There may be some other ones around that would also help us in that regard. There's technology as well that will give us administrative cap. Of course, we have to come across that, so gonna kind of come to a luck of the draw. But that's pretty much what we're dealing with, and energy credits is kind of in a bad state at the moment, so I am going to focus on that. Of course, the way that I fix that is to get more districts, and having more districts makes my empire size go up. So it's going to be kind of a spiraling problem if I don't take care of it. Well, in any case, let's go ahead and continue here.
Future market survey complete.
Okay, so we're done surveying down here. Let's just double check. Yeah, there's no anomalies. All right, so we do have these two guys down here. More or less, I am waiting for the new contact penalty to go away before I really do too much with them, because I'll be able to push them to liking me more with favorable trade deals, more or less bribing them, and that will be more effective once that new contact is gone. So it's just gonna be a matter of time. All right, let's go ahead and survey over here and continue. Now, we do have quite a bit of minerals. Building the last couple things we need here. How are we doing on science? Falling quite behind on physics, so it's good we actually got a little bit of physics research here. How are our planets doing? So Goroth is at 39, so we're very close to 40, which will unlock another building for us. We have to wait till we get to 45 to get the alloy, unfortunately. We are at 8, so we will be close to 10 fairly soon, which not only give us a building, but allow us to upgrade this. So that's nice. We have enough jobs to support that as well. But we are going to have to look on, well, both of them will be able to build buildings, so we won't have to worry about our administrative cap necessarily. And then finally over here, we're at 6. I may build an energy district on Regulus Prime, so that we can take care of our energy credit problem. Again, that will be a bit of an issue with getting our administrative cap even further up, but it would give us the amount of jobs that we would need for the next level. But I'm going to wait on that just for the meantime. But the more that we build things, the more we're going to have maintenance for stations, star bases, ships, and so on. So this is going to be a compounding problem. I'm gonna have, oh, actually, we did improve. Maybe that's the trade finally kicking in. Yeah, there we go. As a matter of fact, let's take a look at that trade. We do have a little bit of piracy here. And that's because the anchor is going to either repair or upgrade. I forget which one, but they're currently in CRFA, so that shouldn't take too long, and then we'll send them back over here. So they'll take care of that piracy. But we have piracy in this system and this system. Now, I am building, if I remember correctly, a couple things on stations, hoping that we can take care of that on our own, more or less, with missile batteries and other defensive emplacements. So we'll see
Upscaling complete.
if it's enough. I don't know if it will be, though. And this was just Off-World Trading Company, which is going to give us more trade value. Okay, yeah, it's really ticking up here.
Identified.
Oh, our construction ship is done. We don't really have anything else for it to do. As much as I'd like to expand my empire, we're just at an administrative cap point where I don't think it would be a wise idea. So we want to be in the forefront of technology. And if that is what we're going to be doing, then we don't want to go too far above our administrative cap because we are affecting that. It's not a huge penalty, but it will add up and add up to the point where it becomes more of a problem. We're going to have our fleet command fairly soon, though. That's good. And our new destroyer class is going to be done as well, so we could pair those two together very nicely. I am looking forward to the destroyer for sure, and I've got a new class name to use as well. Let me make sure I have my note on that. Wrote down a bunch of ship classes before I even started this series to go along with the theme that I'm going to move forward with. We're surveying over here. Now we're going to move on up this way in hopes of finding more alien races, hopefully ones that are friendly. Now eventually I may try and make these guys the equivalent of a vassal. I think that would be the next war goal I have. And we may do things a lot with that. Okay, system has been surveyed. Which one is that? Ah, over here. Okay, so we're not likely going to encounter anybody over here, I would imagine, although it is possible. Let's start heading down this way. Because this is kind of a... I mean, we can move through their space. They haven't closed their borders to us. But I'm just going to treat it as a dead end for now. So, do you have any anomalies in here? Not that I see. Alright. Go ahead and down this way then. Alright, continue.
Future market survey complete.
And that survey's done as well. I believe... I mean, we had anomalies somewhere, but I think it was down here, so I'm going to concern ourselves with just at the moment. Well, up this way is our main, going to be our main path. There's also up this way as well, but this is kind of close to the center, so may result in good things for us. I may actually want to stop with doing a lot of these surveys and just kind of speed off to like try and find more alien races, but for now, this level 5 experience is
market outlier
pretty good.
Identified.
Okay. Another anomaly in here. But yeah, I'm curious to see how this is going to go. Okay, we have an encounter. That's in here. Take a look at it. So that definitely looks like an outpost. We don't know if there's anything else in here. So definitely there's probably an alien race. So don't even bother surveying. Let's see if we can find them. Let's see, we'll just explore. See where they are. If they're here, though, they pretty much have this area blocked off. But it's good to find out where their home system may be, and we can also speed past them and get up into here and starting exploring up there. Alright.
Upscaling complete.
Okay. So we finished the Gargantua Station construction, which was for defenses. And also, what are we doing here? Ah, that's right. I was upgrading this from an outpost to a starbase, so we could do more or less the same thing, protectionism. Really, we're protecting the gateway as well, so I think that's a good idea. But let's take a look at... So it's Gargantua Station. Okay, well, let's take a look at the trade routes now that that's there. Alright, we are able to bring up the defense of the Gargantua trade route. Now, there is piracy in this area here, which we aren't doing anything about. And we do have the fleet back where we need it, so that's being taken care of. And this one's also being taken care of. Okay, well, it's not a very high value piracy. Whereas this is much higher, which is why we're putting our fleet on it. If we were able to get the defense of our home shipyard here, or starbase, up, that'd be nice. We need to get the tech to upgrade our starbases. That's going to be really important for us. Now, once this is built, we should have, I think, 7 of the 8 possible starbases. I'm not sure what else we would build as far as starbases go. We inherited one up here. That's right, we still have a bunch of anomalies in here. Let's take a look at what difficulty they are. One's 10 and one's 8. Alright. How are my, You're just barely 5.
Upscaling complete.
Might not be possible to get beyond 5 for us. Alright. So that was this station completed. Now there's one thing I am a little bit curious of. If you have multiple weapons, it adds to your range, your protection range. So if you had 2, would that be a protection range of 2? So could we protect this area? That seems to be what that would sound like. So what I'm thinking is we build the 2 defensive systems here, and then as this, we build a oh, we have to have a trade hub to be able to build this. That makes sense. Okay. Well, this station I think is more important than it's defensive because it's going to be with this where this gateway is. I'm not sure if a trade hub would be able to trade on the other side of a gate. That's actually an interesting question I'd be curious about. Well, for now, we're just going to go ahead and build the defenses here. So I'm going to do a gun battery, and then I'll hold for the other thing. We do have a lot of alloys, which we're kind of saving up for the fleet when that comes around. So we have some ability to be patient here. Also, we're going to want to save to be able to upgrade our stations when it comes to that. We're also doing quite well in consumer goods now. That's a lot less of a concern. Yeah, things are, the trade value is really starting to kick in here. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy with the situation. Okay, so we do have communications. And it is with, oh, my one science ship is not doing anything. I need to move it around. Okay. We haven't encountered the person that's here yet, though. Okay, so we are receiving a transmission from the Canisthian consciousness. Interesting. Okay. So they are a Gestalt consciousness. This is something that I don't think was in the game when I was playing it, so we're going to have to kind of figure out how to deal with these guys, but they don't really have any particular ethics. That's like its own thing. We are the so-and-so consciousness, and we speak as one. The hive mind has taken note of your presence. We observe for now. Our future actions will depend upon whether you are a threat, an opportunity for expansion, or an unforeseen variable. Okay. We will fight for our right to exist. Ah, they are there. They have a very weird looking border. Alright, well, let's take a look at how they feel about us. Okay, so they have no modifiers. So eventually this will burn off and they won't hate me. Okay, well, can we actually do anything with them? Offer trade deal, declare a rivalry. I don't think they can do a migration treaty. I think that's one of the things that's special about them. So that's the grayed out. They also cannot do a commercial pact. Interesting. So they can do alliances and things. But that's pretty much the extent of it. Alright. Oh, they're immortal. Alright. I think that's a special thing about them, too. Oh, wow. They're tougher than we are, too. So, They're a little far away from us. Well, not that far, though. They're fairly sizable. We'll have to keep an eye on them. Although I think we can... Oh, is there a new thing here? Fleet power, economic power, and technology level. There must have been an update, because I believe when I was looking at this before, it was naval capacity. That was the second thing. I wonder if that's dependent on what kind of government you have. Yeah, seems to be saying that for everybody now. So like the VEM, they're on par with us as far as economy. You know, honestly, I like this change because I always thought that the naval capacity, although it's an interesting metric to know about, is not the most... It's not the best way of showing your power versus theirs, but economic power definitely is. So, yeah, I definitely welcome that change. Okay, well, now that we know the extent of where they are, let's move through their space. So this is going to be a dead end here. Let's move through their space while they're still on good terms with us. I want to get over here and see if there's anything up here. Matter of fact, I want to check real quick. Do the VEM know about anybody else other than us? So far, they'd only know about us. Golden Foundation ideology. Ooh, yeah, we know them. How do they know them? They're on the other side of us. Okay, so they must have figured out contact somehow. Maybe they went down this way. Maybe this links up to there. Otherwise, I don't know how they know about these guys. Okay. So that may rule out somebody being here, because I have a feeling that the VEM would know about them if they're there. So maybe we go on the other side, up over here. We don't really know how these link up yet. But this might not be too bad of a path. We go up here. Yeah, I don't think it makes a whole lot of sense to doing much surveying in this area, because this is all locked down by them. This area, yeah, cool. I mean, especially if I can get a control of that system, that'd be awesome. But at this point, I think you're just going to explore for me. There's no route. Oh, can we not move through their space? Oh, maybe we don't know that it links there until we get there. All right, fine, go there. Okay, so let's continue here. Yeah, these guys are kind of sticking around where we're going, surveying the same kind of areas. This is a really valuable spot too, but we just can't expand at the moment. Hopefully we don't come into conflict with these guys. I want to be on friendly terms with some of these empires, and with the border friction, that may be a problem. Alright, well, in any case, let's continue. Alright, how's our peoples doing? So we're at 9 here. 7 here. Oh, we're at that 40 point. Okay, so I missed that. So it's time to build a building. The question is, what do we actually want to build here? So we're okay on consumer production. How is happiness? 54%. It's possible we need more amenities, though. Let's see what we can do about that. Commercial zones. Okay, we already have one of those. And we do the same thing with districts, right? We have clerks that produce trade value and amenities. We have, I think, enough alloy foundries, which we're going to be upgrading once we get to 45. Hollow theaters. So it turns consumer goods into Unity amenities. We could probably do with that. Luxury residences, so we get housing plus amenities. So that could be good. And it also doesn't have the downside of wasting consumer goods, something that we may not be able to afford. Recent housing. So we don't already have one of these. We get a couple enforcer jobs. They produce unity, decrease crime, and spawn defensive armies. That could be good. We have research labs, which we already have one of. Resource silos. Let's give us clerk jobs, which isn't bad. Ah, so soldiers are the thing that gives us the naval capacity. And that's not what we get from precinct houses. I think we go with the precinct house, though. I think that makes sense. And from a roleplay aspect, I think it makes sense for what we're doing to have some law enforcement here. So, yeah, let's go with that. And maybe it will help with happiness as well, if we were able to reduce crime. I actually don't know what crime is like in this location. Oh, yeah, we do have a little bit. So, I think it would be a good idea maybe to do something about it. So, yeah, get a precinct house in there. Out of curiosity, crime does exist on our other planets. Just the one. Okay. Well, good to keep an eye on. In any case, I think this is a good point to go ahead and put a cut in the video, so I hope you guys have enjoyed. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.